See, the thing is, at the end of a given day, when you're disappointed with yourself, you're probably disappointed with your lack of motivation, your lack of ability to actually follow through, carry through on the things that you thought of and have been thinking of for a year or more, that could be great projects that if you could only just do them, if you could only find the motivation to do them, that your life would be so much better. You may be dispirited by the fact that you read in newspapers and other news outlets that the world is falling apart. We're on the verge of thermonuclear war yet again. And, we're facing global conflict and global trade imbalances, global problems, and at home in each individual country, culture wars are going on. And what is your personal contribution to all of that? Did you make a difference today? And then you have to fall asleep with the thought, probably not. Probably I didn't. What contribution did I make to the overall well-being of the world today? Perhaps I added stress to the world. Perhaps I added fatigue to the world. Perhaps I added lack of ability to live my life in full potential. Perhaps I require others to use their adaptation energy to make up for my shortfall of adaptation energy. Like this, life can be very disappointing as a non-meditator. With daily accumulation of stress, life seems to be more and more difficult to live with any great joy, and the world around us seems to be getting in worse and worse shape. And so, what can we do to break this impasse and start making change? The first thing to do is to learn how to stop thinking and stay conscious. Any of you can stop thinking, just take drugs or go to sleep, and thoughts will stop, but you can't stop thinking and stay conscious. To bring thought to an end and retain consciousness is a great art. In fact, it's the art of self-illumination. It's the art of the first step to complete enlightenment. In Sanskrit, the ancient language of India, it's referred to as Samadhi, S-A-M-A-D-H-I, Samadhi. Samadhi means to enter into the least excited consciousness state and discover what's there. When we go beyond thought consciously, what we experience is an unbounded consciousness field. And that unbounded consciousness field is not something other than me. It's my own inner reality. I am the unbounded consciousness field. I'm the unbounded field of inner totality of potential. Infinite energy, infinite creativity, infinite intelligence, infinite stability, invincibility, infinite adaptability. I have it all. And I have it all deep inside me. It's my actual real nature. How do I know what's real and what's not real? That which is true, that which is real, doesn't change. The changing facts of life, always changing, always changing, always changing. I am this, I am that. I'm, basing my identity on what I do for my profession, by which I earn money, or I'm basing my identity based on my sexuality, or I'm basing my identity based on what kind of clothes I wear and what sort of tribe I seem to be in, whether I'm in a Western tribe or an Eastern tribe. I base my identity on my racial characteristics. I base my identity on my family culture. But all of these things are always changing. And this constant change puts us in a very odd position. I don't actually know what I am, if what I am is subject to change, if my profession is subject to change, if my way of doing things is subject to change, my capability is subject to change. So one of the benefits of Vedic meditation, the first and most important benefit, is to discover not just who you are, but to discover what you are. And this discovery is not done on the basis of any intellectual performance. We cast aside all thoughts about what we are and go deep inside the self and have a direct experience of what we are. And every meditator who experiences the absolute discovers something. I am the one indivisible whole consciousness field that is universal. That's the experience that's had in the depths of Vedic meditation. That gently but very firmly gets imprinted on the inner ego structure. You know, your ego structure is constantly looking for things to identify with, to form a sense of self-identity. During Vedic meditation, the mind experiences directly that underlying field of being. It's that imprints on the consciousness state, imprints on the ego structure. In addition to being a dental hygienist, I am the unbounded, whole, indivisible, totality consciousness field filled with every kind of capacity. In addition to being a zoologist, I am the one indivisible whole consciousness field filled with every type of capacity. In addition to being the janitor at a kindergarten, I am the one indivisible whole consciousness field filled with totality of capacity. And so we can add totality to any status, to any race, to any culture, to any sexuality, to any orientation, to any style of dressing, to anything. And what we're going to have is magnificence. And so Vedic meditation brings magnificence to life because it awakens and reveals your deep truth, your deep inner reality. It awakens what you really are. And when you experience that on that direct basis, your experience is one of bliss. Bliss means supreme inner contentedness. Bringing that to bear on our individuality and our individual status and structure, it's like taking much needed water and watering the root of a tree. Imagine a tree that's a fruiting tree that's supposed to produce beautiful fruits, flowers first and then fruits, nice broad leaves and all of that. And, you know, the tree, for some reason, seems to be a little lackluster. And so you can do something like maybe go out and get some fruits from the market that grew in some other fertile place and bring your stapler with you, climb up into the tree and staple some fruits on. Or you can go up into the tree and start stapling on some cut flowers that you found somewhere at the market. So now you have flowers stapled onto the tree and you have fruits stapled onto the tree. And there's 100,000 branches, and so you have to staple up 100,000 fruits and flowers and do a lot of tree climbing. Maybe the leaves are very lackluster, so you take a little can of paint and you start painting the leaves green. These are the kinds of superficial embellishments that we attempt to bring to life when we find life being lackluster. We try to import into life all kinds of artificial things from the outside and staple them onto our existence to see if that'll make things look better. But actually there's one singular solution that will solve all these problems in one fell swoop. Water the root of the tree. When you water the transcendental root of the tree, the roots lie under the ground, then the roots take the colorless sap up into the trunk, and the colorless sap delivers itself into all the branches, the fruits, the flowers, and every aspect of the tree. And the tree absolutely will begin to flourish from within. One action, watering that which lies below the surface, changes the entire tree and makes the tree self-sufficient. No more need for your stapler. And so, if you're tired of trying to staple all these things onto your life to make your life better, maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll add this activity, maybe I'll add this hobby, maybe I'll try to win the Pulitzer Prize, maybe I'll try to, cosmetically change myself, maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll start talking this way, maybe I'll add a word, maybe I'll take a word away. All of that, read a certain book, change the Instagram, whatever, then, this is the stapler. Trying to staple onto our life all kinds of glamour, which actually is just made up. So we need to water the root of life. Practicing Vedic meditation takes the mind to that deep inner source of creative intelligence. You identify with that status, and then naturally when you come out, all aspects of life blossom. Every aspect of life blossoms as a result of one action. The practice of Vedic meditation is absolutely ridiculously simple to learn. You meet up with a qualified instructor in the technique, and you spend 4 days, each day about 90 minutes. And in those 90 minutes, the qualified instructor of Vedic meditation, whom you can find on my website, ThomKnoles.com, can show you. They don't just tell you how to meditate. They show you how to meditate in a step-by-step format. And in a period of 4 days, 90 minutes each day, you can become self-sufficient and begin practicing the technique and get all of the benefits that I've been talking about. So this is how we awaken our fullest potential. This is how we bring about our greatest contribution to the group effort of civilization. This is how we can go to sleep each night feeling satisfied. I actually made a difference to the world. I turned myself into a better person today. And with every day, this is a new fact.